dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another one. Back on the channel with another reaction. Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. If y'all back and new to the channel, haven't done so already, go ahead, tell them what to do.
Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you're always notified when we upload a new video.
That's not what you tried to do. You tried it. Also, go ahead and check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. Go ahead, go over there to that main channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and check out the content. Let us know some more content y'all want to see over here and over there. But we back with Houdini and a city of fallen rappers. You ready?
I think I'm
I
ready.
know y'all told us to check it out, so we're gonna check it out. Also check out
the socials
up there,
yeah.
man. But with that being said, we want to go ahead and get into this one. Want to check it out, see what it's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get it.
You become a target. Well, not only you're a target, you're rapping about these people. Your house is 10 times the size of their house. That would make me dislike me if I was on the other side.
I don't need you, well I needed myself. I wasn't asking nobody for help. She wanted me cause the name ring a bell. Designer the jeans or the sound of the bell.
He was just like my favorite rapper, literally of anyone. He was my favorite.
When you really think about it, yeah, most artists do get killed in their home city. And why do you think that is?
Hatred. People looking at you, saying, I wish that was me.
Bullets sent many fleeing for their lives here on this stretch. Now, the 21-year-old has been identified as a popular Toronto rapper.
All right, we got to talk about the Houdini story, right? The jealousy and hatred rappers got to deal with in their own home city is terrible. And that's a fact in every state in America. But one of the most violent cities right now for up-and-coming rappers to make it out of is Toronto. And people don't realize this. There's a reason Toronto's becoming one of the most surveyed cities in North America. It's looking like Beijing. They're getting cameras everywhere. Only Atlanta, Chicago, and DC got more surveillance per person. And that's because of the ongoing gang war that's been escalating for years. Right? It's literally hunting season on rappers. And that's exactly what happened to Houdini. Houdini was sitting down with record labels in LA, New York, collabing with Pop Smoke. This kid was the real deal. Until a couple weeks ago, he was brutally shot and killed in broad daylight in the entertainment district of downtown Toronto. And this shit was surgical. They used Glock 9s with 30-round mags. They took advantage of Corona season by wearing medical masks to hide their faces.
What the hell?
Crazy.
I haven't heard of the Houdini dude.
Oh, okay.
After this, I'm gonna go check him out, look him up. What you thought I was gonna say?
I thought I was about to say something so like off the wall. I was like, no.
Nah, and plus, to be honest, I ain't know Toronto was like that though.
That's what I'm about to say.
No, just personally, I didn't know, cause
like we always say.
No, somebody like one of my old coworkers, he was like, bruh, like he used to play minor league baseball. He played in Toronto, and he was like, man, Toronto one of them cities you gotta go to. But everywhere, like everywhere got their hoods, but I ain't know Toronto was like Chicago. It's like Chicago of Canada, bro. Dang.
The 6-year-old kid that got caught in the crossfire, dodging bullets.
That has a high-capacity magazine. It's a 30-round magazine. And as this unfolds, I want you to pay attention to the little boy that ducks into the vestibule here.
The whole thing was nuts, right? And the city is shook right now. Now we're gonna get into all of this. All right, in order to understand this story, we gotta focus on one hood in particular in Toronto called Driftwood, or Northside Jane and Finch. And this is where Houdini's from. Now they're by far the most influential in terms of music in the city, but they're also a notorious Crip faction, right? They beef with pretty much everybody in the city. To the south of them, the south side of Jane and Finch, they bang Blood, and that's their direct rival. The lowest income neighborhood in the city called Regent also has tension with Driftwood, stemming from rap beefs and rap killings. And another area called Rexdale has been Driftwood's rival for damn near a decade. So they beef with everybody. Now in 2015, Driftwood kids kinda instilled the Chirac music vibe up in the north, in Canada. They were putting disses to rivals in their tracks and talking about the stuff they were doing in the streets in their lyrics.
If you diss my niggas, then you know we pulling triggers. Late nights with them killers, we kidnapping drug dealers.
Now that song is Robin Banks featuring Pressa. Pressa is one of the few who actually crossed over to the mainstream American scene, and he's actually living in Cali right now in a nice mansion. His rap career popped off for him, but before all that, he was involved in a case where he allegedly kidnapped 2 drug dealers, moving them around from location to location.
What the world?
Bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, this is like movie territory, bro. Like, this is the type of stuff you see in the movies, not in like real.
Like we
But I ain't gonna lie,
kidnapping
nah.
drug dealers?
Yeah, he did say kill them. Well, back home in the J, they do that too, though.
Kidnap drug dealers?
Like anybody a drug dealers, even like somebody.
I'm talking about like how big of a drug dealer?
That's the question.
I think that's what I'm like kind of.
All right.
Holding them to ransom until eventually forcing them to give each other head in front of everybody. 2 dudes. That's crazy. Now, Pressa was later cleared of those charges and granted the court's permission to go on tour with Drake out in England. And another rapper got 6 years in Pressa's place for the charge. Now, Pressa's partner, Robin Banks, who was in that track that I just showed, he was practically the pioneer for the scene, right? He had the torch early on from 2015, and he kind of started this organic hood label in Driftwood, where he was putting on all the rappers from his area. Robin Banks started getting millions of views, caught the attention of Meek Mill, who really rocked with the movement. Meek Mill and Robin Banks were sending paperwork back and forth. He was about to sign a deal with the Dream Chasers, and to celebrate, he was having a party at a hookah lounge called Cameo, where unfortunately his ops found out about it, infiltrated the party, and shot him up 9 times, leaving him in critical condition. Just as this man was about to cross over to the U.S. scene, they orchestrated that hit on him. Now, thankfully, Robin Banks is alive, but he's paralyzed from the neck down. And his ops were super disrespectful, posting memes of him in a wheelchair and stuff. Now, he's still doing his thing, releasing tracks and, of course, pushing the rappers from Driftwood on his label. But the rivals going after Robin Banks like that really escalated the violence in the city. And it made it kind of a trophy for people to target rappers. This was like the first high-profile assassination attempt on a rapper who was about to cross over. Now, the next year, the most influential artist out of the country was Smoke Dawg. Now, I'm not from Toronto. You don't gotta be from Toronto to know Smoke Dawg. He was getting co-signed by Drake, doing shows in the UK and the US, and he's from the place called Regent Park. Now, this is pretty much the trenches, right? It's the lowest income community in the whole city, but it's not very close to Driftwood, and because of that, they didn't really have too much tension back and forth until one summer night at a club in 2018. Smoke Dawg got into a heated argument with a Driftwood rapper by the name of 21 Neat, and this shit escalated quickly, right? They stepped outside where 21 Neat shot and killed Smoke Dawg and his manager. Probably one of the most gruesome after-death videos I've seen of a rapper, right? People were filming him, and Smoke Dawg's brain matter was like leaking on the road.
Bro, that's disrespect though, bro. Like, but that is what they trying to do. They're trying to disrespect even more. But like, bro, I'm dead and gone. You ain't got to disrespect me no more, bro.
A wild scene. Now, this pretty much gave Regent the green light to go after Driftwood as retaliation. And this created a whole bunch of new problems in the city where 2 neighborhoods that otherwise didn't have too much tension now had maximum levels of tension. And Driftwood didn't really care. Like, they were welcoming all smoke. Now, the Toronto police didn't arrest the rapper 21 Neat for quite some time. They couldn't find him. There were even rumors that he escaped to Somalia, but he eventually got found out all the way out in the west coast of the country near Vancouver, where he was extradited back to Toronto to stand trial for the murder of Smoke Dawg. Now, this is when the story gets wild, because 21 Neat has a brother who goes by the name of 22 Neat, right? They're both from Driftwood. They're from the same block as Pressa, Robin Banks. They're all homies, which is why it was weird when everyone found out 5 months ago in December of 2019, 22 Neat killed his own homie and fellow rapper on their label named YS. YS had just gotten back from doing a bit in jail, and he was on a bunch of tracks that were getting hundreds of thousands of views, and out of nowhere, the feds found YS's body all the way out on the west coast of the country near Vancouver. And the rumors started circulating that 22 Neat, his own homie, was the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody really knows why he did it, but some people say it was over money. That's not been confirmed. Anyways, 22 Neat knew there would be repercussions, so he fled to a place called Calgary, Alberta. But he didn't last long. They actually found him dead 2 days later, as revenge for what he did to the homie YS. Now at this point, the city's in crisis, and Driftwood was putting out all this talent, but this horrific stuff kept happening. Yeah, 30-30. The next to pop out of the city was this rap duo formed by two brothers from Driftwood known as the Talib Twins. They had this track with 5 million views that was scorching hot in the city and in the US as well, before one of the twins eventually got locked up. So the other twin decided to keep the momentum going and kept releasing these fire tracks under the name the Talib Twin. In February of 2020, the Talib Twin was at a condo party on the 32nd floor of an Airbnb building when two of his ops infiltrated the party and started opening fire. The Talib Twin fired back and managed to kill both of them before he himself died at the scene.
Damn. Bro, like, how y'all ops be finding out, like, everywhere y'all move? Some being told too much.
That too?
And too much information getting out. Somebody trusting the wrong folks. Because
sometimes it be folks in your own circle, your own camp. Yeah.
You already found out, your own circle. You killed somebody, your own circle killed you for killing somebody. Like, God.
That's crazy.
Bro.
And there's a bunch of speculation as to what happened. I mean, you can't make this shit up, right? Like, some people say he tripped and shot himself. But the feds believe he went into another room in the condo and just ended his own life. Like, the story's crazy. And the thing with Driftwood and the politics in the city is they beef with so many places that sometimes it's hard to say who is responsible for targeting. They got a lot of enemies. And then, of course, at the end of May, the single biggest name out of Toronto who's not Drake or Tory Lanez or The Weeknd was the rapper Houdini. Now, as I said in my intro, this is a kid who was sitting down with record labels in New York and Los Angeles. He was gonna go places. But unfortunately, as the trend is in the city, Houdini was in the entertainment district of Toronto late in the afternoon. And little did he know, there was a Volkswagen Tiguan that was lying in wait on the east side of a street called Blue Jays Way, which is right where you have to go by. They were waiting for a long time, over 40 minutes. And Houdini was with a 15-year-old boy at the time, and they were making their way down the street. And once they got in range of the Volkswagen, a lone shooter got out of the vehicle and started unloading a bunch of clips in Houdini's direction. There was this little kid who was caught in the crossfire, as well as a family. Like, this whole thing is on CCTV footage, right? It's heart-wrenching. And they unloaded a bunch of clips into Houdini, who got hit and kept running, right? Adrenaline, even if you get wounded mortally, you could still run because you got adrenaline. So he was running with a bunch of bullets in his body and then eventually collapsed and died. And the 15-year-old kid who was with Houdini was also strapped. And he was trying to get off shots back at the assailants, and then his gun jammed, right? Which he got rid of in an alleyway and ran away. Now, Meek Mill, Tory Lanez, and a whole bunch of others took to social media to express their condolences as soon as this happened. And you could see just how much the industry was rocking with Houdini. Like, this was a kid who was about to make it. But just look at Toronto. The city is in shambles right now. Like, the retaliation killings have already been ordered. Houdini's own memorial got shot up in this ridiculous video you can see on YouTube. It's like this drive-by style video where out of the darkness, this car pulls up, starts opening fire into a crowd. The whole crowd is strapped up, so they immediately start firing back. But this shit is nuts. I know this happens in the States, it's nothing new, but I'm coining Toronto the city of the fallen rappers because the trend recently of the up-and-coming rappers who are now dead is just unparalleled. Like, you can't compare it. But yeah, man, that's it for this video.
Crazy.
Rest in peace to Houdini. Gone but not
forgotten. Rest in peace, definitely.
Bro,
rest in peace.
That's some stuff you cannot make up, bro. Like,
not
what
at all.
the world? I didn't expect none of that, bro. I didn't expect none of it.
I don't think I did either.
Bro, golly, bro.
Wow.
And I ain't never heard of this dude, but I'm sure we probably would have.
We definitely
You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. Go ahead and let us know some more things y'all want to see us react to. Drop it in the comment section down below. You already know where to go. But as always, I do go by the name DJ Nick. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
We
are, y'all.
Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear